trials and tribulations, what Louis Armstrong sang as a question to the cosmos, "What did I do to be so black and blue?" Major dares to articulate the social politics of the varied hues of skin color within the black community, highlighting complexities, especially among the women folk, and quickly moving on like glancing blows of insight. Yeah, just troubling the keys. The storyteller is praised in Dirty Bird Blues, and Major skillfully practices what his characters preach. Undeniably, at the heart of storytelling is ritual. At first it seems that drinking Old Crow is the only path to blues lore, but man may also feel he is undermining himself through a slow kill, that a godsend is his wife, Cleo, and daughter, Karina, their familiar love and strength. Yet his friendship with Sally is based on their daily cavorting with the dirty bird, as if a communion ritual by two serious drinkers. The secondary characters in Dirty Bird Blues humanize the earthy landscape of this novel. We think we know their thoughts. The blunt descriptions of characters become the book's raw poetry. They are real. Man surveys the mental and physical terrain as if to know is a survival mechanism. The reason for his questing gaze through lyrics is almost a mystery until near the end of the novel, so well placed. Racial slurs throughout Dirty Bird Blues are taken for granted. Verbal assaults seem accepted reality until a flashback pulls everything together, with man's family slinging verbal arrows, a duel of children against children. His acute memory recaptures a life-shaping moment when he overhears his uncle Aloysius saying to his father, Quincy, that Manfred is ugly because he's black. His father does not seem appalled by his brother's insult. Hereupon, given man's propensity for posing questions in his lyrics, the reader may wonder if he ever questions why his father, Quincy, so often beats his mother, Charity, if it has anything to do with the hue of her skin. Hadn't man and his older brother Billy fought their father to defend their mother? But time has passed. Billy was sent off to Korea. The reader wonders, is Billy, brother and savior, alive or dead? Yes. Perhaps Manfred's blues began when he was a boy, when his cousins, Nana and Nettie, who were bigger than him, took a cue from their father, Aloysius, and began their rehearsed ridicule. He remembers Nana saying, "We got pretty light skin." Man recalls succinctly each put-down and gesture. Is this the beginning of his existential loneliness? His indelible memory would be a mind jail if he didn't own a blues harmonica and a beautiful, strong voice. Man is an artist. James Baldwin speaks about feeling condemned as a writer, as if cursed to traverse the 9 rings of Hades. But Major's character, Man, knows his pursuit of the blues, as if a sacred hymn, is not a duty, but a calling. The only way he can survive what he witnesses as a black man. His psychic reckoning is to hone his chops, creating lyrics that jive, and at times even summon laughter. His weekend gigs at the Palace are almost spiritual. Major lets his characters speak language he has perhaps heard in life, and at times he even lets them condemn themselves. He does not wipe downfalls clean from the slate. When the young men on cleanup crew are playing the dozens at Sears during the night, he does not diminish the harsh reality of their put-downs and outlandish behavior risen out of self-hatred. This blues novel exposes social and psychic turmoil in corners of black America, the pathos passed down through generations. The friendship between Sally and Man grew shaky when Man stopped drinking whiskey and switched to coffee or soft drinks. It wasn't long before they got into fisticuffs, and after the bloody fight ended, they stayed apart from each other. One day, unable to bear the silence any longer, Man goes searching for Sally. He has to make things right between them. But he learns that Sally has returned to Chicago. Multidimensional and experiential in its structure, Dirty Bird Blues is steadfast in its focus and spirit, propelled by the protagonist's quest. Man isn't merely a bluesman, but he is an artist, always engaged, like a John Coltrane, not satisfied with the mere fingering of the elemental strings of his existence, but determined to see into the mystery of his being, as well as gaze up at the everyday sky or